Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton forged pendant called the Ringo, and this is going to be the larger of the two. This is the 139744. So the smaller one is the 139776. That one is 33.3 inches in diameter. This is the big one that's 61.8 inches in diameter. Let's get into a lot of details on this. If you're familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a line called Vermont Modern. Vermont Modern has its own finishes like aqua and red and satin gloss, all those kind of things. So you'll be able to get this fixture in those finishes, but in addition, you'll be able to get them also as a custom in Hubbardton's regular finishes, and we'll go over that in just a little bit. Let's go over how big this is, and it is big. 61.8 inches in diameter, so it's a good size. 1.3 inches tall for the fixture body itself. So we're talking about a very thin, low profile, elegant fixture itself. Overall height, and now we're talking about from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, could be as short as 15 inches or as long as 100. So it has a really nice range to it. If you need longer than 100 inches, just contact me. We do customs all the time, and it's not a big deal. It may push you out a little bit in time, a little bit of an added cost, but we can generally get what you guys want. 45 degrees slope ceiling adaptable, so you're good there. It is 46.7 pounds, which means that anything over 25 pounds, we have to tell you that this has to be hung from a junction box that's attached to the structure of the building. So do me a favor, talk to your installer about that. Just make sure they know that this is coming in at 46.7 pounds. It's good to be forewarned about those little things. It's also going to be shipping on a pallet. We'll talk more about that too. But anything shipping on a pallet, we have to kind of know where it's going. Some of you guys are at the tops of big mountains, and sometimes big trucks have a tough time getting up there. So just let me know where this is going. We can go from there. 97 watts of dedicated LED, low voltage LED, and we'll talk about more on the low voltage thing, but the 97 watts is going to give you 3,325 lumens of light, kind of projecting out and going up and going down. So that's quite a bit. I don't even know, honestly, what the incandescent equivalent of that is. You're probably looking at like 300 watts or something crazy like that. But this will throw a ton of light. You can put it on a dimmer without any problem. It's coming in 3000 K is going to be the color temperature. That's a kind of nice warm light that you get that's coming down on my hands right now. Really, really beautiful. So canopy on the ceiling is 11 inches in diameter. It is about yay thick, and the reason it's thicker than a lot of our other canopies is because this canopy is going to be holding a transformer. Transformer is going to transform your line voltage in your building coming out of your junction box down to low voltage, going through two cables, one's positive, one's negative, down to the fixture body into those LEDs. And part of the reason to do that is because, a couple things. It'll be much safer. If someone were to ever pull this down, especially if you're using this in a hospitality situation like a restaurant or a hotel or something like that, if for some reason someone were to pull this thing down, it's completely safe. So low voltage does not hurt you, which is a wonderful thing. The other cables coming down are support cables. They all support, but two of them are actually holding charges. But going back up to our canopy, that's why there's a transformer in there, so it has to be thick enough to accommodate that. There's also these grippers. Where the cables go up into the canopy, they go into these things called grippers, and the grippers are going to allow you to push the cable into the canopy itself. It's a mechanism that kind of keeps it from coming back down. You can only go one way in. You can also push those grippers. It's called a strain relief, where you kind of push it in with your thumbnail, and it unlocks it, so you could back the cable back out again. If you want to get it to the point, you're going to have to get it to the, how long you want it to be, how level you want it to be, and all those kind of parameters, and then you snip those cables off on the inside of the canopy, and you're good to go. Great way for you guys to see more about this is to look at the installations instructions now, and if you can do that with me, they're over on the right hand side of your screen. Under those pull down menus, scroll down, you're going to see a couple links. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF, so click on that for me and open that up. It's going to show you the canopy situation, how it's going to go on the junction box, kind of an inner looking down on the drawings, technical drawings, so you're going to see how the whole setup of this fixture is, how you have the inner ring that has this frosted diffuser coming out from the ring itself, which is acrylic, kind of like acting like a fiber optic, where those LEDs are pushing light out into that acrylic diffuser, and then it's diffusing the light up and down. It's an incredible smart way of moving light using acrylic. It's a great thing. The outer ring on this is really going to act as kind of a stop for that light going out, so it acts as a shade, so you don't actually have the glare of the fixture itself. Again, incredibly smart. So, like I said, it's going to ship on a pallet, which means in our world that this is a non-returnable fixture. A lot of other fixtures are returnable. We have 90-day returns and no restocking fees on most things, but big things on pallets are non-returnable. Really important you contact me and we get all of our ducks in a row when you're going to order this. And that's for residential or commercial. I understand everybody is in the commercial world knows exactly what they're doing, but I really want to talk to everybody about the details of where it's going up in the building, in the house, wherever, and where it's being shipped to. Very important. Okay, move on from there. Let's talk about finishes. Like I said before, you've got these finishes from Hubbardton Forge and the Vermont Modern collection that are kind of like red and turquoise and things like that. But in addition, we can do this custom in all the other Hubbardton Forge finishes. So if you wanted to, and don't forget, you're going to choose a finish for the accent, which is the outer ring. You're going to choose a finish for the middle of it and the canopy. That's the fixture body itself, and you'll see the pull-down menus kind of delineate that. So you can do these in a ton of finishes now. So in addition to the 10 finishes from Hubbardton Forge's main collection, you're also going to, in addition, be able to use those other finishes from Vermont Modern, like the white, the aqua, and the red, and the silver. So when you do custom finishes like that, you want to contact me about it and probably get samples of the opaque finishes. We don't have samples of translucent finishes, which I talk about in the Finishes Help Guide video that you'll want to watch over there. Very important. But it opens you up to having more finishes to play with on this. Okay, so we talked about a lot of things. We talked about overall height, which is 15 inches shortest to 100 inches longest before we go custom. We know it's a non-returnable fixture because it's going to ship on a pallet. It's the fixture body, 1.3 inches tall, 61.8 inches in diameter, 97 watts of low voltage LED, so it's super bright, can go on a dimmer. 3,325 lumens, lots of finishes to play with, 46.7 pounds, and that's really about it. So, like I said before, when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. We have no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer with 90-day returns, except on some bigger items, like this one. And we also offer a rush program. So, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out the door. We can generally cut that time in half. It's a very inexpensive upcharge. You'll want to contact me about that if that's what you guys need. And we have a wonderful showroom here in Vermont, so you can come and look at all these finishes. And we have over 400 fixtures from Hubbardton Forge on display across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's over on that side of the screen again in those red tabs. So check that out. It's going to show you everything we have on the floor at a given time, including the finish it's in, the glass it's got on it, the shade it's got on it, all those good things. Okay, showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. You can call me at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email me all the time at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. We also have a clearance center. So if you're going to come visit our showroom, bring a good size SUV or a small truck or something, because our clearance center has a lot of stuff. Well, not tons of stuff, but enough stuff that you'll be interested to look through it. 75% off MSRP. Those are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples, and they're mostly in their original boxes that were shipped out. So that's why it's important to bring a good-sized car in case you want to bring some home. Okay, they're a great deal. Just another reason to come here, in addition to being a wonderful showroom. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They use this as their showroom. Nobody has anything even remotely like this. Okay, so thanks for stopping in today, and we will see you guys again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.